And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hibbing Chisholm, the Hibbing Memorial Arena for high school hockey here in Hibbing tonight. Between the Proctor Rails and the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets, Proctor coming in here tonight with a record of 2 wins, 12 losses, and 1 tie on the season. They are led by Keenan Reiltz with 7 goals, 8 assists for a total of 15 points. Connor Pavlovich, 4 goals, 6 assists for a total of 10 points. And Brett Bartlum, 8 goals, 1 assist for a total of 9 points. In goal for the Proctor Rails tonight is Sam Johnson, coming in with a record of 12-1. He has a goals against average of 5.49 and a save percentage of .875. Proctor Rails are just being introduced here tonight. And we'll get the Blue Jackets starting lineup. Joining me for tonight's game, Jay Hildebrand. Jay, nice to have you back again for the second game in a row here.
Yeah, it's great to be back here. Thanks for having me.
As we're winding down on our season here. Blue Jackets coming into this game with a record of 7 wins, 6 losses, and 1 tie. Last game for the Blue Jackets was a 4-1 win versus Greenway, that game in Coleraine. Blue Jackets are led by Joe Allison with 4 goals, 14 assists on the season for a total of 18 points. Connor Willard, 10 goals, 8 assists, and 18 points on the season. Ethan Lund, 6 goals, 8 assists for a total of 14 points. Brandon Boyer in the net for the Blue Jackets tonight. He has a record of 3-3-1. His goals against average 2.25, save percentage .921, and 2 shutouts on the season.
And starting in center, senior center, number 3, Chisholm. And the remainder of your Blue Jackets, head coached by Eric Greenworks, assisted by Chris Hibbing and Eric Jeffy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please ask me to rise as American Legion Post 222 presents our nation's colors as they are proudly celebrating their 53rd year in doing so. Please join me in saluting them and showing our appreciation for their service to our country, our communities, and to Blue Jacket athletics. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Star Spangled Banner, performed this evening by Hibbing High School cheerleader Caroline Brew.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, when so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose white stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's bright glare, the guns bursting in air, gave
All right, always such a great ceremony with the presentation of the colors for the national anthem presented by the American Legion Post 222. 53 years they've been presenting the colors here at this historic Hibbing Memorial Building. That's a cool tradition that they've continued here, Jay.
It is. They're here almost every game, or they are here every game that I've ever watched. So they take a lot of time out of their life to come and present the colors.
Certainly, we thank them for their service to our country, their dedication. So just about ready to go here. Thanks for joining us. Jay Hildebrand, Randy Catron bringing you live action from Hibbing. Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets hosting the Proctor Rails tonight. High school hockey. And we're underway. Sent out by Sandboard, sent back into the Proctor Rails end. Back in there to get his Pavlovich. And the Rails will try to move out. Connor Willard will send it back in the corner. Pavlovich picks it up and sent it out over on the other side to Bartlam. Bartlam making a move. And Boyer knocks that one behind the net. This is Cabina holding on to it. Cabina gets it over on the other Sandboard. Sandboard up to Allison. Rails Hull loses it, and Allison picks it up over to Cabina. Now Connor Willard picking this back up here. Willard sending it to Cabina. Cabina knocks it back into the Rails end. Pavlovich moves it ahead. Intercepted at center by Tristan Babbage. And on a play, and face-off is going to come back into the Blue Jackets end.
Last time these two played was in Proctor. I didn't watch it there, but they did stream it, so I was able to watch it from my house. And it seemed like a very good game, but a very fast-paced up-and-down game. And I believe Connor Willard had quite a few goals that game, so we're curious to see if he comes out and repeats what he did last time these two played.
All right, I think he had 5 points in that game. So, and it is picked up by Nathan Rood. Rood sent it over to Babbage, and Babbage will move it out. One of the Proctor players is injured, and Babbage still didn't stop play. Babbage sends it back in the corner, and it's moved out by the Rails. They'll get it out to center ice, moving it back in. Is Tanner Olson. Olson sending it back behind the boards. And the Rails will send it back in behind the net. And there to get his Amendola. Amendola back in with Rood. Working for that puck here. And Amendola back in the corner. I'm sorry, that's 22. Frank Amendola, that's his the other Amendola on this Proctor Rails team. Amendola goes back to the point, back to Kalmbach, and now dump back in. The Blue Jackets will get it out to center ice and back into the Rails end. Just underway here in first period of play, 14:36 to go. No score between the Blue Jackets and the Rails. Thanks for joining our broadcast here tonight from Hibbing. Shot gets sent behind the net, and Connor Pavlovich had a chance. Again, please. A shout out during our broadcast here tonight. We'll do the best we can to do that. Trevor Lehman, his shot just goes wider than that. And now it's Cabina. Cabina moves it back in for the Blue Jackets, and that's into the stands. Souvenir for somebody, but nobody went to get it.
An empty crowd on that side of the arena.
Nobody's sitting over there. Yeah.
We got Nathan Mackey cheering on all his buddies down here. He said cheering on from the Herb crew in town here.
Thanks for sending that message in, Nathan. We appreciate that. They could They could send some subs over too.
Right?
I'm only kidding, Nathan.
Up to the press box.
You could deliver some subs to the to the Memorial Building. Sent over on the other side, Connor Willard trying to go across ice, or trying to move it back in. Now it is Dylan Hull. Moves it back in for the Rails. Hull trying to make a move. Tristan Babbage, nice defense on the play, but there's going to be a penalty, interference penalty, holding penalty coming up against the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, score 0-0. Somebody just chimed in seeing what the score was, but just start of the game, 13 minutes left in the first. Tied 0-0, and now Proctor will be on a 2-minute power play here.
I want to thank Benny Galley. He's running the camera here for this first period. So we got everybody involved here with our broadcast here tonight.
Yeah, actually, Benny Galley's brother, Michael Galley, has been out quite a bit this season for eye surgery, so he suited up tonight, and he's looking to get maybe a shift or two out on the ice, just being it's his last season here.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you get a chance to play here tonight, hopefully, and that would be good.
Yeah, put the jersey on one more time.
And over on the other side, Pavlovich moves it back, trying to move it out here for the Rails. I struggled with him in the game against Evlith. I struggled with his last name, so I'll try to do better with that tonight. Blue Jackets are going to go down 5-3. 5-on-3 for the next minute 5. Here's penalty coming up against the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, Kabina hitting the player just a little bit too late, probably. Well, this will be a test. Yeah, for Hibbing to see what they can do is holding him off, and to test Proctor, see if they can put the puck in the net here with 2-man up.
Back over on their side to Olsen. Olsen to Pavlovich. Pavlovich moving it back in. Back out front to Riles and back to the point. And Blue Jackets Allison will move it back out. He'll backhand it back into the Rails end. Pavlovich will move it through center ice on his power play for the Rails. 12:08 to go in the period. 32 seconds left on that first shot, and a goal right out front. That shot coming in from Tanner Olsen and was finished off by number 21, Brett Bartlam, getting a power play goal for the Proctor Rails. So big goal there, Jay.
Yes, very important goal, being that Hibbing beat him last time around. I figured they want to get on the board right away here and set the momentum, and they did. 12 minutes left in the first period, going up 1-0, and still on the power play for another minute and 25 seconds.
He's assisted by number 3, Tanner Olsen, and number 27, Connor Pavlovich. Bartlam from Olsen and Pavlovich, a power play goal at 4:57.
So Bartlam on the goal, first assist to number 3, Tanner Olsen, second assist going to number 27, Connor Pavlovich, putting the Rails up early this game, 1-0 on the power play. Back in his own end of the ice is Olsen. Got minute 2 left on that second power play now for the Proctor Rails. Moving out to center, Paul Ripley moves it back in for the Rails. Ripley over on the other side. Bo Freider trying to take it away and knock it back in the corner. Ripley's going to pick it up behind the net, and he's defended on the play by Trevor Lehman. Ripley going back to the point, going to Pavlovich. His shot gets blocked down, but Ripley puts a shot blocked into the corner and moved in by Riles. Riles back to Pavlovich, and loose puck out front. Nathan Root kind of slides it towards the goalie. Boyer's going to hang on to this one.
Yeah, an important 26 seconds for Hibbing, I think, to keep the game at 1-0. Proctor will probably try to do whatever they can here to really take the lead.
Babbage will knocking around the boards, not out. Held in by Kalmbach. Now Allison sends it back into Babbage. Back over on the other side to Jake Amendola. Helping out Ethan Carlson. Now it's picked up by Babbage. Babbage will work it up to Lund. Lund trying to go over to Allison. And both teams are back at full strength. So one power play goal for the Rails to make it 1-0. 10:29 to go here in our first period of play. Sanborn sending it back over to Blake Freider. Freider to Allison. Allison trying to get to London. Lund just a little bit far for him. And Sam Johnson's going to make the save there. Hold on to it.
Proctor bench not too happy with the aggressive play by Lund moving in there after the goalie had covered up the puck. They were chirping over there. They wanted a penalty, I believe.
Keegan Fink taking the draw for the Blue Jackets. Fink winning that draw. Back to the point, and shot doesn't get through traffic. Back at Pavlovich, sends it back over on the other side. And Blue Jackets hold it in with Blake Freider. Freider goes back on the point to Lehman. His shot just goes wide of the net. Now Fink picks it up, gets it over to Cabina. Cabina working it, trying to get it back into Lehman here. Lehman sends it towards the front of the net. Goalie steers it off into the corner. Fink going back to Lehman. Freider with a shot, just goes wide of the net. And Cabina picks this up. Cabina gets hauled down behind the net as Rude sending it. And now it's picked up by Colin Solom trying to bring it out here for the Rails. Comes out to center. Picked up by Nathan Rude. Rude sends it back in. Pavlovich will knock it back into the out to center. Blue Jackets, Cabina sends it back in. Pavlovich, I can't say his name, sends it for an icing here.
Yeah, good shift there by Hibbing Chisholm. They turned the momentum over and kept the puck in the zone quite a bit of the time there. Another hard-hitting game. We did the game last Tuesday together over in Greenway, and I felt Hibbing came out very strong physically, and I think that's what did it for them winning that game, and they're continuing the physicalness here today.
Yeah, another physical type style of a game. Turned back over on the other side. Anderkin dumps it back in for the Blue Jackets. Anderkin back in there, Tanner Olson. As Bo Freider helping out along the half wall. Trevor Lehman stepping in, trying to hold it in. Casey Kemp is going to go back over to Babbage. Babbage sending it and tip back in and out of play.
Shots on goal so far halfway through the first period. Pretty even. 4 for the Hibbing and 3 for Proctor.
So 8:16 left here in period number 1. And take it with Ethan Lund. Lund with a drive and just over the top of the net. Ethan Lund pulling a nice wrister down, and Lund picks it up. Cabina backhands it back in now, but it's brought out by the Rails. Moving it out is Holla with a shot, but he is an offside. 7:56 to go here. Period number 1. Proctor 1, Hibbing Chisholm 0. Cabina moves it ahead to Lund. Lund moving it in for Connor Willard. Willard back over to Lund. Lund with a backhander and a big save by Sam Johnson. Allison gets it back to Cabina. Cabina moving it back in. Cabina going out front. Sanborn, his shot just off the goaltender back behind the net. Another chance for the Blue Jackets. Allison swats at it, back sends it back into the rails end. Pavlovich behind the net. And it is Cabina trying to hold it in, and the rails will move it out. This is Riles. His shot goes over the top of the net. And now this is Allison, now picked up by Pavlovich. Pavlovich, his shot on, and Boyer to hold on to that one. Root sends it across over to Lehman. Lehman works it back into the rails end, but this is going to be an icing assessed to the Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets moving it out as the rails are going to pick it back up and dump back in by Holla. Or I'm sorry, that's Colin Sullivan sending it in here for the rails. Rude works it up to Blake Freider. Freider trying to go to Lehman. Lehman gets it back in. And it's moved out by the rails back into the Blue Jackets end for an icing.
Pretty fast up and down pace of the game so far. Feels like it's been, after the power play, it feels like it evened out quite a bit there, and both teams getting some opportunities.
Yeah, it's kind of equal opportunities back and forth here. And shot fired by, or wide of the net by Kemp. Well, picked up by Anderkin. Anderkin trying to work back towards the front of the net. And the rails will get it back out. Off of Ethan Carlson's skate and back into the Blue Jackets. And picked up by Bo Freider. Freider gets it over to Kemp. Kemp shot! Hit the goal pipe. Upper crossbar actually. Bo Freider going back over. Babbage is picking it up. Babbage sends it back in the corner, picked up by Casey Kemp. Bo Freider is going to pick this one up now. Freider going back to Kemp. Kemp trying to go out front. Freider picks it up back to Kemp. Kemp trying to get it to Anderkin out front, and the rails will move it out with Jake Amendola. Now it's picked up by Babbage. Now the Blue Jackets, Cabina backhands it out, and penalty coming up here against the rails. First power play for the Blue Jackets coming up here. Connor Willard. Blue Jackets got that extra attacker out. Connor Willard circling around trying to keep the puck away from the rails. Cabina gets it up to Bo Freider. Freider trying to cross over to Connor Willard, and the rails touch it.
Yeah, Proctor will go off for 2 minutes. I believe it might have been the hit on Cabina that in center ice. Is it a charging call? I believe it'll be a 2-minute charging penalty. We'll see what Hibbing can do now on their power play. See if they can answer back.
Lund gets it into Connor Willard. Willard back to Lund. Lund over to Cabina. Cabina back over to Lund. Lund trying to go across ice over to Bo Freider, picked up by Allison. Joe Allison goes back to Cabina. Cabina back to Allison. Allison going back to Cabina. And the puck comes out. Cabina retreats back into his own end of the ice here. Cabina.
Oh, a nice shot by Sanborn. I don't know how it got through all that traffic, but looked like enough people to go screening the goalie, and a quick shot from the D, and Eric Sanborn will tie it up here.
No. What is the deal here with this?
So Hibbing answers back with a power play goal. So both goals so far happening on power plays. Hibbing Chisholm tied 1-1 to Proctor. 3 minutes to go in the first period. We'll see who the assist came by, but I believe Sanborn will get credited with the goal.
Yeah, sorry about that. The stream froze up there for a minute, and seems like it's okay now.
Scoring power play goal for your Blue Jackets, number 6, Eric Sanborn. He's assisted by number 17, Casey Gill, and number 26, Keegan Fink. Sanborn from hit and Fink. Power play goal at 13:45.
13:45 the goal. Eric Sanborn from Casey Kemp. Second assist to Keegan Fink. Power play goal to tie this game here up one apiece. And we get a whistle stoppage of play here with 2:30 to go. Ben Allison watching from Grand Forks tonight, I believe. Cabina working it back in and out at neutral ice. Picked up by the Blue Jackets. Sanborn sends it back into the rails end. Back behind the net, fired around the net by Brett Bartlam. Blue Jackets working out front. Ethan Lund right in front. Allison back. Allison trying to get it to Connor Willard. Willard with a shot right on Sam Johnson. Big save there for the Rails. Connor Willard looking to go up her shelf there, Jay.
Yes, great move by the goalie for Proctor to save that, because that looked like it was going to pick that left pocket there. Ethan Lund with an opportunity too coming down, but I believe the puck was just bouncing around. So good chances for Hibbing there. Better goaltending for Proctor.
Yes, this is Ethan Lund. Lund going back to Sanborn. Sanborn back to Lund. And now it's picked up by Kalmbach, but held in by Sanborn. And Sam Johnson is going to hold on to this. Minute 46 to go here. Period number 1. We are tied at 1 apiece here from the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Over in Grand Rapids, Grand Rapids leads 5-2 over Rosal. That is at the end of the second period. Steve Corpola, thank you for sending that score in to us. We appreciate that. Back over in the corner is Mason Kalmbach, trying to get it out here for the Rails. And out comes back out, and this is going to be an icing call assessed against the Rails. Shots on goal 10-5 in favor of the Blue Jackets here in the first period of play. 1-1 our score between the Blue Jackets and the Rails. Frieder as Michael Anderkin picks it up. Anderkin trying to go over to Babbage, and it's knocked out by Ethan Carlson of the Rails. Now picked up by Casey Kemp. Kemp moving it back in. Kemp gets around the D. Kemp moving in. Kemp goes the upper shot and over the top of the net.
He's got speed. If he finds open ice, he has an extra level of speed.
He's got wheels.
Yes.
Definitely got wheels. Bo Frieder trying to get back behind the net on Mason Kalmbach. And now it is moved, picked up by Anderkin. Now the Jake Amendola will move it out here for the Rails. Babbage gets it over to Nathan Rude. Rude moving it back in, trying to get over to Freider. And now Carlson moves it out and picked up by Holla. Holla trying to make a move on Babbage. Babbage has it now. Babbage and picked up by Casey Kemp going to Bo Freider. Bo Freider goes over to Connor Willard. Connor Willard back in. Willard trying to get around the D. And Pavlovich will move it out with up to Jake Amendola. Blue Jackets will try to get control. Picked up by Lund. Back over to Lehman. And that's going to do it here for our first period of play. So 2 goals in that first period. Both of them were power play goals. Proctor getting on the board first at 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Brett Bartlum getting the first goal for the Rails. First assist going to number 3, Tanner Olson. Second assist to number 27, Connor Pavlovich. And then the Blue Jackets come back and tie it up on the power play at 13:45. Eric Sanborn with the goal. First assist to Casey Kemp. Second assist to number 26, Keegan Fink. And that is where we stand after 1 period of play. So good back and forth period. There are 2 power play goals for each team. A evenly balanced period.
Yeah, it was. Especially the first half, I felt it was back and forth. I thought Hibbing took a little more advantage towards the end. The momentum switched a little bit, but great back and forth effort on both teams.
So that's going to do it with our first period of play. After 1 period in the books, it is Hibbing Chisholm and the Proctor Rails tied at 1 apiece. Stay tuned for second period action coming up here on Up North Hockey.
Yeah, sure. I was going to film here.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we'd like to introduce our King and Queen candidates for this year's Jacket Jamboree. Our first Queen candidate is Ava Burks. Ava is the daughter of Joe Burks and Ryan Burks. Escorting Ava is our first Queen candidate, Dominic Burzich. Dominic is the son of Michelle Riley and Tom Burzich. Our second Queen candidate is JC Claudio. JC is the daughter of Christy and Eric Claudio. Escorting JC is our second Queen candidate, Parker Mackey. Parker is the son of Jody and William Mackey. Our third Queen candidate is Mia Johnson. Mia is the daughter of Kim and David Johnson. Escorting Mia is our third King candidate, Isaac Hildebrand. Isaac is the son of Katie and Jay Hildebrand. Our fourth Queen candidate is Chloe Lempier. Chloe is the daughter of Nicole and Kevin Lempier. Escorting Chloe is our fourth King candidate, Blake Kreider. Blake is the son of Dana and Dale Kreider. Our fifth Queen candidate is Isabel Mackey. Isabel is the daughter of Stephanie and Tim Mackey. Escorting Isabel is our fifth King candidate, Justin Heritage. Justin is the son of Kim and Mark Heritage. Our final Queen candidate is Jaden von Redhorst. Jaden is the daughter of Lisa and Scott Lurie and Eric von Redhorst. Escorting Jaden is our final King candidate, Aman Mujumdar. On is the son of Ruka and Kushik, who jumped 9. Ladies and gentlemen, our champion jamboree, queen candidates, and their escorts.
The Rick Sports Grill in Evelyn offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The rink also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbeenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake.
Both the Blue Jackets and Proctor Rails have returned to the ice. We're just about ready to get second period action underway. Well, we got a little switch up with our color commentary. Now we have Ben Galley joining us here for our second period color commentary. How's it going, Ben?
Pretty good.
You guys got an exciting weekend coming up here. Is the Hibbing Chisholm Pee-wees hosting the District 12 Pee-wee A tournament coming up this weekend, which we'll have live coverage of. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it should be a good tournament.
So just about ready to get underway here. Again, thanks for joining our broadcast here tonight from Hibbing. Second period is underway. Pavlovich controls it at center ice and dumped it back in by Keenan Riles. Now picked up by Holla. Holla behind the net, defended on the play by Sanborn. Lund over in the corner. Lund taken away by Riles, and now the Blue Jackets trying to get back in controls. There's a fight for the puck. Picked up by Cabina now. Cabina goes back over to Sanborn, back over to Cabina. Cabina moving it up for Ethan Lund and Connor Willard bringing it back in. Willard shot over the top of the net, not a play. And this is Ruud back on the corner. Ruud picking it up here. And shot out front. Keegan Fink just putting over the top of the net there for the Blue Jackets. And face off inside the Blue Jackets end. Cabina picks it up over to Lehman. That's Trevor Lehman. And now it's moved back by Paul Ripley behind the net. Centering out front, scramble in front of the net. And whistle stoppage of play as the referee lost sight of the puck and blew it dead.
Yeah, good little chance for the Rails there.
Grand Rapids getting a win over Roseau, 7-3 final score. That game just concluded over at the Irish Civic Center. Lehman behind the net, picks up by Cabina. Cabina working it back out here to Kemp. Kemp goes across ice to Bo Freider. Freider sends it back into the Rails end and picked up Sam Johnson. Is going to leave it. Now picks up Freider, sends it back in. Back behind it is Olsen, and now over Jake Amendola, trying to move it out here, sent back in by Casey Kemp. Shot gets blocked and moved into the corner. Picked up by Bo Freider. Freider to Anderkin, goes back to Sanborn. Sanborn shots get blocked through traffic. And now moving around, Cameron Olsen moves around the boards as Allison will hold this in for the Blue Jackets here. Allison working it back into Tristan Babbage. Babbage going in for Connor Willard, back to Babbage. Babbage with a shot off the crossbar, I believe, on that one, or goal
Looks like
post.
the right post.
Post he hit there. Yeah. Connor Willard. Lund. Back to Connor Willard. Connor Willard moving it back in. Willard to Lund. Babbage gets control. Blue Jackets putting on a lot of pressure now with a lot of puck movement here. Connor Willard, his shot gets blocked down in front, and the Rails will move it out with Ethan Carlson. Carlson moving it back in here. Carlson's shot gets blocked. Tristan Babbage on the defense of that play. Back out front, picked up by Eric Sanborn. Sanborn up to Lund. Lund moving it back in. Lund moving it across, trying to go over to Sanborn out front, and Nathan Rude sends it back into Connor Willard, poked at it. Back in by Keenan Riles, and Blue Jackets send in with Ethan Lund back into Allison. Allison going back over on the other side to Rude, back to Sanborn, and Sanborn will keep it in here for the Blue Jackets. They continue to put on pressure here in this opening of the second period. Another shot off the goal pipe. I think that went off the crossbar there.
Yeah, Jackets keeping some good constant pressure on the rails here.
And Nathan Rude as Keegan Fink picks it up. Now Keegan Fink tries to go to the backhand and sent in by Trevor Lehman. Fink going back to Rude. And the Proctor Reels will move it out. And dumped in by Keenan Riles. Picked up by Nathan Rude. Yeah, Solomon holds it back, going over in the corner. Shot gets fired wide of the net. Blake Freider is going to pick this up, and it's taken away, but the Blue Jackets get control of it. Lehman knocks it back out, and Jake Amendola sends it back into the Blue Jackets end. Blake Freider gets over to Keegan Fink. Fink knocks it back in, as picked in there to get it as A.J. Lehman. Lehman behind the net. And now it comes Casey Kemp, gets it back to Sanborn. His shot right on net, back to Sanborn. Sanborn just missed the net. And it is picked up by Freider, back to Cabina. Cabina going out front, trying to get to somebody in front of the net was Kemp and Lehman out front. Just couldn't get it over to him there. Cabina behind the net. Cabina leaving it for Kemp. Kemp now picking it up. Blue Jackets basically controlling most of this second period here so far. Casey Kemp trying to get it over to Blake Freider. Bo Freider in there as well. And comes out to center. Freider sending it back into the rails end. And moved out by the rails. That was Keenan Riles getting it out for the rails. It comes out to center. Anderkin has it at center. Anderkin trying to move it back to Bo Freider. And the rails will pick it up with Ethan Carlson back in the corner over to Sanborn.
Good hard low shot from the point, going for a tip and just misses there, 5-hole.
So 10:30 to go here in our second period of play. Blue Jackets and the Reels tied up at 1 apiece. That game is over in Grand Rapids. That was our other live stream tonight. Blake covering that one. And hopefully some of those viewers will switch over to this game as well. This is Ethan Lund, and a nice defensive play by Tanner Olson for the Proctor Reels. Connor Willard now moves it back in. Willard, as Rude was working towards that loose puck. Connor Willard gets it back to Allison. Allison back to Willard. Willard drive on shot right off the goaltender's shoulder. and into the corner. Connor Willard going across ice over to Nathan Root and his shot. And Sam Johnson's gonna hold on to this one for a save.
Yeah, good shot by Willard there. Then had a great pass to Root and just gets the shot off and a pad save by Proctor.
Blake Frieder picking it up. And the Rails will move it out to center ice. And dump back in. Dylan Holla behind the net as picked up by A.J. Lehman. Now it's picked up by Cabina. Cabina behind the net. Up to A.J. Lehman. Lehman to Blake Frieder. Frieder working with Pavlovich for that puck. And it's dumped out by the Rails. Picked up by Blake Frieder. Frieder trying to move it back in. Pavlovich gets it out here for the Rails. Picked up by Cabina. Cabina going over on the other side to Trevor Lehman. Lehman will knock it back in. Picked up by Bo Frieder. Frieder moving in front of the net. Shot goal! Bo Frieder has put the Blue Jackets up 2-1.
Yeah, great shot from Frieder there. It just goes right across the slot and shoots it low right. Got the goalie beat on the right side there.
So certainly the Blue Jackets have put the pressure on here in the second period, and they get rewarded for it to getting their second goal of the game here, Benny.
Yeah, they had some great pressure from start of the period and just keep pounding away. And they knew one of these times one was going to go in, and there it was right there. Great shot from Frieder.
So we get a timeout maybe?
Proctor, I think.
So the Blue Jackets, Bo Frieder getting the goal. First assist to Trevor Lehman. Second assist to number 14, Michael Anderkin. And time of that goal was at 7:55 to make it 2-1. And Proctor taking a timeout here. I think it's a good timeout for Proctor to take here, Benny, because just giving up a goal and they kind of outplayed for the first 7 minutes of this second period.
Yeah, they got pretty sloppy in the D zone, I thought, but, you know, came out kind of dead, but hopefully this timeout gets them going again and we'll see some back and forth hockey again, because that was pretty one-sided from Hibbing there.
Yeah, sometimes a timeout can really help you out, so we'll see what happens as a result of this timeout here. So 9:05 left here in the second period of play. Blue Jackets making it 2-1 over the Proctor Rails. We'll talk about our wild and crazy week coming up here on our next couple breaks that we get in our game. Got a game tomorrow afternoon, different game time. So and then we got youth hockey this weekend, so all kinds of things going on. It's Sanborn dumps it back into the Rails end, and now it's picked up by the Rails. Trying to get it out. Michael Anderkin gets control of it. Anderkin working back in. Shot gets blocked down, and it's moved out by Ethan Carlson. Carlson gets it out to Jake Amendola. Amendola as Babbage will touch it, and back over to Sanborn. Sanborn across ice, trying to go as Ethan Carlson gets control of it. Carlson backhands it back in the corner to Pavlovich. Back over on the other side to Olsen. Back to Pavlovich. Sending it into Ethan Carlson. Back in the corner. Back behind the net now is Jake Amendola. Amendola trying to go back out. He was going to go back to Pavlovich on the point. Back over on the other side to Olsen. Olsen with a drive on. Saved by Boyer. And Olsen trying to get it. Kemp is going to get it out as Pavlovich will send it back in here for the Rails. Babbage gets it to Bo Frieder. Frieder gets it to Casey Kemp. Kemp sending it across ice. Nobody home there for the Blue Jackets. And now it's picked up by Jake Amendola. Knocked out by Olsen. And Sanborn sends it back in here for the Blue Jackets. Pavlovich going over to Ethan Carlson. And Lund will get control, but the Proctor Rails able to get it out there. Sanborn now picks it up off the back of the net, so it never got out of the zone. And Dylan Hollis sends it back behind the net, picked up by Cabina. Cabina moves it to Connor Willard. Willard up to Ethan Lund. Lund trying to get around Pavlovich. Lund with a drive on the goal. Nice chance for Ethan Lund there.
Yeah, good little rush by the Jackets there. I think the back and forth hockey is starting to come back as Proctor had a few good chances in their own zone.
Connor Willard moving it back in here. And he is in offside. 6:53 to go here in the second period of play. Blue Jackets 2 and the Rails 1 here in our second period. Greg Johnson, nice to see you on the broadcast, joining in. Get some few viewers from that Grand Rapids Roseau game. And this is Blake Frieder. Frieder back to Lehman. And AJ Lehman had a chance to put the Blue Jackets up 3-1, but big save for Sam Johnson.
Yeah, another good chance by the Jackets there.
Cabina picks it up. Cabina working around back to Nathan Rude. Rude with it. Rude sends it towards the middle of the ice, and the Rails will try to get it out here with Tanner Olson. Comes out to center ice, picked up by Nathan Rude. Back to Cabina. Cabina trying to work it up for Fink. It's picked up by Blake Frieder. Frieder. And it's intercepted by the Rails and dumped back in. Now it's picked up by Cabina. Cabina going over to Nathan Rude. Rude getting around the D. And Rude in, shot on, and Johnson's going to hold on to this one. .550 to go here in our second period of play. Blue Jackets lead this one 2-1 over the Proctor Rails here in Hibbing. And Johnson's going to hold on to this one for another face-off.
Good quick shot off the face-off there.
Babbage is going to send this towards the front of the net. Little backhander by Anderkin. Rails were able to get it out, and it is moved out. Back over on the other side. Jake Amendola brings it back in. Amendola back in the corner is picked up now by Paul Ripley. And now the Blue Jackets, Casey Kemp gets control. Kemp goes over to Babbage. Babbage moving it back to Anderkin. Anderkin back as Anderkin dumps it out. And dumped back in by the Rails, picked up by Trevor Lehman. Lehman, long pass up to Bo Frieder. Bo Frieder waiting for Casey Kemp. Anderkin picks it up. Loose puck in front. The Rails were able to get it out. Blue Jackets almost had a chance to get one there with Bo Frieder and Michael Anderkin going in there.
Yeah, good long pass up from the D up to Frieder there. He almost had that breakaway, but let his teammates kind of come in for a 3-on-2, and Proctor just gets a stick on it to break up that play. Great defensive play.
Allison winning that draw. Cabina dumps it and goes back out of play, but off a Proctor Rails player, so the faceoff will stay inside the Rails zone. Greenway Evelyn tonight, another big game. Connor Willard behind the net now. Connor Willard going back to Cabina. Cabina over to sent in by Sanborn. Now it comes out. Here's a breakaway for the Rails, moving in and shot over the top of the net. That was I didn't catch the number 21 coming in there. That is Brett Bartlam. Had a breakaway for the Rails. And now it's picked up by Connor Willard. Willard behind the net, and Willard will try to get out. Cabina is going to help out now. Cabina gets it out as Allison picks it up. Allison moves it back into the Rails end. Picked up by Bartlam now behind the net. Bartlam working it out. Nathan Rude will send it back in here for the Blue Jackets. Allison going back over to Trevor Lehman. And out of play with 3:53 to go here in second period of play.
Yeah, good chance for the Rails there with that breakaway. Just misses his upper shoulder and goes over the net.
Greg Johnson says, stack the pads, Benny.
Yeah.
On our live broadcast, we thank you for joining our live broadcast from Hibbing tonight. Proctor Rails and Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets leading 2-1 here late in the second period. 3:45 to play. As Nathan Rude will hold this in for the Blue Jackets. Into Keegan Fink behind the net. Fink trying to go back to Blake Freider. Gets it over to Freider. Freider shot blocked as goaltender Sam Johnson steers it back in the corner. Nathan Rude picked up by Keegan Fink. Now Rude as the Rails will get it out. Moving it out is Wyatt Oakstead. And now it's picked up by Trevor Lehman. Lehman gets it to Nathan Rude. Now it's taken away by Oakstead, and now the Pavlovich holds it in here for the Proctor Rails. Nathan Rude with it. Gets it over on to Keegan Fink. Fink will come out through center ice and move it back into the Rails end. Back behind the net, picked up by Pavlovich. 2:53 to go here. Blake Freider is going to pick this up now. Freider going back to Eric Sanborn. Sanborn whiffs on the shot, but he picks it up and sends it back towards the front of the net. And it's the Casey Kemp. Kemp skating around. Kemp's trying to shot goal! Casey Kemp puts the Blue Jackets up 3-1. Little screenplay set up there, Benny.
Yeah, great offensive play there. Kemp was just wheeling around looking for a lane and shoots low and hard, and what do you know, it goes in. Great play.
So I don't think that was tipped in front, but we'll have to see. But I think Casey Kemp is going to get credited with that goal to put the Blue Jackets up here 3-1 in the third period. 2:30 left here in the second period of play here. Bo Freider back to Sanborn, and Proctor Rails will move it up with Jake Amendola. Amendola trying to get around Babbage. Amendola Babbage battle for that puck. And now it's picked up by Tristan Babbage. Babbage is going to come out through center ice, and penalties coming up here against the Rails. 14:30 time of that third Blue Jackets goal. Single assist from Blake Freider on Casey Kemp's goal. And the Blue Jackets are going back on the power play for the second time in this game here, Benny. We'll see if they can maybe potentially add a power play goal here late in the second period.
Yeah, they just get about rest of the period on a power play. So we'll see what they can do here. Hopefully put up another goal. Or Proctor's going to play a great penalty kill.
And Proctor coming out with Dylan Holla. Holla trying to make a play short-handed here. Holla. As Casey Kemp got back and took the puck away. Nice hustle by Casey Kemp there. Blake Freider moving in. Picked up by Sanborn with a drive right on. And Johnson's going to hold on to this one.
Great short-handed play by Proctor there. Just barely gets the shot off. got up to his defense pretty quick, and
as face-off is inside the Proctor Rails end. Minute 32 to go here in the second period. And this is Ethan Lund. Lund going over to Cabina. Cabina. Shot goes off the blocker. Bullfrider gets it to Allison. Allison going back to Ethan Lund. Lund back over to Cabina. Cabina back over to Lund. Lund with a drive. His shot goes wide of the net. Bullfrider gets it back to Cabina. Now it is Lund. Lund back. Oh, Connor Willard was right coming in off the point. Shot goal. Cabina puts the Blue Jackets up 4-1.
yeah, great low shot by Cabina there. Keep shooting low and you'll have good chances.
Sir Drew Cabina getting his first goal of the hockey game. This goal coming at 16:01. I believe they're going to call in at 16:01 because it's 59.5 seconds, so it should be 16:01 of the second period. Drew Cabina, and we'll get the assist on Cabina's goal there. And sent in by Pavlovich, and it goes out of play. So Cabina's goal, assisted by Bo Frieder, and number 10, Connor Willard on the second assist. A power play goal for the Blue Jackets. Allison gets it back to Lund. Lund back over in the corner, moving it around. 43 seconds to play here. Second period of action. And it is moved up by Wyatt Oakstead out to center and picked up by Sanborn. Sanborn defending on the play and moving it in is the Rails. Nice chance there for number 13, Nolan McLeod.
Yeah, good 2-on-1 chance for Proctor there. Got a shot off, and Boyer kept that rebound in and got a whistle.
And this is Connor Willard. Willard trying to get around the D. Works out front, and Keenan Riles will move it back out here for the Rails. Riles going over to his Holla, back over to Riles, and couldn't get it back over to him. Now it's picked up by Allison. We've got 2 seconds to go here. Connor Willard, and that's going to do it here for our second period of play. Blue Jackets get 3 goals in that second period. Big goals for the Blue Jackets. First goal coming at 7 minutes and 55 seconds. Bo Frieder gets the first assist from Trevor Lehman. Second assist to number 14, Michael Anderkin. Then the Blue Jackets would make it 3-1 at 14:30 of the second period. Casey Kemp gets a single assist from Blake Frieder. And then the Blue Jackets get their fourth goal from Drew Cabina. First assist to Bo Frieder, second assist to Connor Willard. This was a power play goal at 16:01 in the of the second period. So big period there, Benny, for the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets.
Yeah, power play's been great tonight, I thought. They're moving the puck well, and they're getting hard low shots, and they're going in for them. Having a good night tonight, I think.
Yeah, Blue Jackets are 2 for 2 on the power play, so so far so good for that for them. And so that's going to do it for our second period of play. We'll have third period action coming up here from Hibbing. Stay tuned for that. Hibbing Chisholm leads 4-1 over the Proctor Rails after 2 periods of play. We'll be back for third period action coming your way next year on Up North Hockey.
The Rick Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cotton one screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cotton ones. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cotton one screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com.
All right, both teams are back on the ice. Blue Jackets and the Proctor Rails getting set for third period action. Hibbing Chisholm. with a 4-1 lead over the Proctor Rails going into our third period. So just getting ready to go here. Benny Galley back to do color commentary here in our third period as well, Ben.
Yeah, hopefully we have some good third period action here. You know, I thought Hibbing kind of took over the game at that second period, but Proctor had it the first half, but things changed very quickly, so hopefully we'll have a good matchup in the third here.
Sandboard back, zone end of the ice is taken away by Keenan Riles behind the net, picked up by Allison. Allison works it to Lund, but fired back in by Pavlovich. Over on the other side, sent in Ethan Carlson behind the net. Sandborn picks this up and held in by the Rails. Pavlovich, or I'm sorry, that was Keenan Riles with a little backhander towards the front of the net. And Connor Willard sends it over to Cabina. Cabina moving in for Ethan Lund. Lund moving in. Lund with a drive on net just behind the net now. As the Proctor Rails will get it out to center. Tristan Babbage goes over to Nathan Rude. Rude moves it ahead as backhanded back in. Rude picks it up and over to Connor Willard. Willard will skate it back in here for the Blue Jackets. He loses it and it's picked up now by Paul Ripley. He'll move out for the Proctor Rails, but too far on the ice.
Yeah, I think Proctor had a good start there for that first few minutes of the first there, or the third there.
So 15:51 here to go in the third period. Tristan AJ Lehman there, Benny.
Yeah, good pass from, I think that was Frieder there.
Venus knocks it back in the corner. Blake Frieder tries to pick it up here as the Proctor Rails trying to get control and picked up by Lehman. Back to Cabina. Cabina with a drive and save back in the corner. Cabina has a goal in this game so far. And moving out is Tanner Olson. Olson trying to get around the D. He gets taken down. Blue Jackets are going to go back to the PK with 15 minutes to go here in the third period.
Yeah, maybe Proctor can get something going off this power play they have here.
Yeah, they definitely need something to go positive for them here, trailing by 3 with 15 minutes to play here.
Yeah, hopefully they get a little spark out of this.
Pavlovich taking a draw for the Proctor Rails, and Joe Allison for the Blue Jackets. Lund gets it out and dumps it back into the Proctor end. Sam Johnson. And now it's Tanner Olson behind the net. Olson backhands it back behind the net. Olson's going to pick this up. Olson going over on the other side as Mason Callback moves up to Olson, taken away by Lund. Callback is going to put it back over on the other side. Proctor Rails trying to get something set up here. Keenan Riles comes out with it. And Lund will dump it back in here as the Blue Jackets doing a good job on this penalty kill. Lund back over in the corner. Lund, Allison comes out now. Allison's in the center of the ice over to Sanborn. His shot goes wider than that. And now moved ahead by Brett Bartlam. Bartlam moving it by in the net, picked up by Babbage. Babbage going to knock it back in the corner, held in by Austin Moores. Back behind the net is Riles. Riles gets to Pavlovich. Pavlovich behind the net. And there is to help out was Austin Moores, and it comes out to center back into the Rails end.
Yeah, great penalty kill here by Hibbing. I thought they've got more out of this penalty kill than Proctor's got out of the power play.
Tristan Babbage now with it with 13:20 to go here, third period, 18 seconds left on the power play for the Rails. And it's picked up by Tanner Olson. Tanner Olson sending it to Keenan Riles. And it is at center. Bo Ryder picks it up. Ryder going back over to, and dumped out by the Blue Jackets. Lehman right on goal, so that's going to do it for the power play for the Rails. Oh, Raiders score. I'm not sure where it's at in that game, but it's 2-0 Raiders over Evelyn Gilbert. So if that holds up, that's going to be a big potential game changer there in section seedings here. Trevor Lehman. Lehman shot goal! Trevor Lehman, I believe, is going to get credited with that goal to put the Blue Jackets up 5-1. I think
Willard might have got a tip on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Willard got that tipped right in front of the crease there. But a good shot by Lehman, and Willard gets that tip, goes right 5-hole. Another good play by Jackets.
So we got 3 players for the Blue Jackets now with a goal and assist here on the game. Connor Willard joins that trio of players. So Connor Willard is going to get that goal as the Blue Jackets Sanborn sends it in on the offside.
Starting off here, Blue Jackets, number 10, Connor Willard. He's assisted by number 11, Blake Ryder, and number 18, Trevor Lehman. Willard, Ryder, and Lehman. Time of goal, 4:16.
4:16 time of that goal. Blake Freider and Trevor Lehman on the assist for the Blue Jackets. Keegan Fink back in the corner. Trevor Lehman back behind the net, picked up by Keegan Fink. Now Fink trying to get it out in front to Lehman, and the Rails will get it out, knocked out, and Blue Jackets turn it back the other way. This is Peyton Taylor getting on the ice here for the Blue Jackets in this third period. And right out front, Lehman! And that does not go in. Oh, they're going to say that puck was loose. And Keegan Fink, I believe, is going to get credited with that goal. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, that was kind of a fluke goal, I thought there.
Yeah, they never got control of the puck, and it was just kind of laying there. And Keegan Fink put it in the back of the net. So that's going to make it 6-1 for the Blue Jackets here. So that could be an unassisted goal. We'll have to see. Probably should be.
Yeah.
And this is Johnson now for the Blue Jackets. Nathan Johnson getting on the ice here. As it is back to Connor Willard. Willard trying to go for a lunge. And stoppage of play here. Penalty coming up. 5:20 time of that sixth Blue Jackets goal. Keegan Fink, first assist to Peyton Taylor, and second assist to Nathan Johnson. So a couple players getting some playing time here in the third period. Peyton Taylor and Nathan Johnson getting on the scoring here.
Yeah, good to see a few new guys out there in this third period. Proctor's going to go on another power play here. Let's see if they can get a little bit of spark at least.
And shot fired in there by number 21, Brett Bartlum. And Goaltender Braden Boyer holding on to that one. Get a face-off inside the Blue Jackets zone. 11:19 to go here in the third period of play. Proctor on the power play for the next minute 47. 6-1, Blue Jackets over the Rails. And this is over on the other side as it comes out to center. And moved in by Tanner Olson. And it's fired out now by Blue Jackets Lehman. Anderkin holding it back in. Anderkin along with Casey Kemp. And the Reels. Bartlam is going to move it back out. Bartlam dumps it back into the Blue Jackets end. Keenan Riles and Bartlam behind the net. Now it's picked up by Sanborn. Sanborn trying to get it to Casey Kemp. And it comes out backhanded back in Olsen. And it doesn't go in as Bartlam will send it back in here for the Proctor Reels. Sanborn leaves it for Cabina. Cabina trying to move it up for Casey Kemp, and that fires the lengthy ice. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Proctor Rails. And Sanborn knocks it ahead to Bo Freider. Freider trying to get it over for Blake Freider, and dumped back in here by Tanner Olson. Cabina, and now it's knocked down by Jake Amendola in the corner. Now it comes out. As goaltender Johnson's going to be there to play it. Blake Freider is going to pick this up, get it to Babbage. Babbage dumping it back in, and that goes out of play. 9:36 to go here in our third period of play.
To make a donation to Up North Hockey, go to Venmo and search Up North-Hockey. That's Up North-Hockey. We appreciate any donations to support our live streaming service. Thank you.
Tristan Babbage getting it up. So Michael Galley getting on the ice here for the Blue Jackets, senior forward. And it is at center, dumped back in by the Rails. Tristan Babbage. Babbage behind the net. Babbage gets ridden off the play. Connor Willard picking it up here. And the Proctor Rails are going to get a penalty as Connor Willard goes trying to go over to Michael Galley. Galley behind the net. Galley works it back to the front of the net, but it was touched by the Rails, so the power play is going to happen now for the Blue Jackets. Well, your brother getting some playing time here in this third period. Michael has had some issues with his eyes, so not able to play most of the season, but it's nice to see him be able to get into the games the last couple games here.
Yeah, pretty good.
And moved up by the Rails. That was in front. Kagan Fink is going to pick that up, but Casey Kemp is going to get control of it. And Pavlovich works it back into the Proctor Rails end. And Sanborn trying to keep it in. Coming out with it is Ethan Carlson. Carlson shot goal into the back of the net. And a goal for Connor Pavlovich.
Shorthanded goal as well.
Gets a shorty. So that'll make it 6-2.
Still have about 8 minutes left in the third. Game's definitely not over. See if Proctor can get a few things going their way here.
That was a shorthanded goal. And Ethan Carlson on the assist. And 8:41 time of the goal for the Proctor Rails, a shorthanded goal. We'll get the assist here in a minute. Connor Willard. Willard moving over to Bo Freider. Freider back over to Lund. Lund back to Willard. Willard with a drive into the corner. As Bo Freider picks it up now. Freider goes back over to Ethan Lund. Lund trying to move it back in. Lund, Bo Freider with a chance. Allison trying to go backhand in front as the Blue Jackets. Allison picks it up. Allison moving it back into Lund. Lund back in the corner. Now this is Bo Freider. And right out front, Nathan Rude. Picked up by Lund. Lund trying to go upper shelf there. And both teams are back at full strength here. Blue Jackets continue to put on pressure here. Lund trying to get it in. Yeah, it's picked up by Allison. Allison working it back in. Allison behind the net now. Allison trying to get it out for Connor Willard. Dumped around the corner. Dumped around the net by Tanner Olson. And now it is picked up by Mason Kalmbach. And now it's moved back in. Lehman trying to move it back in. Picked up by Connor Willard. Willard as Peyton Taylor returns to the ice for the Blue Jackets along with Michael Galley to get some more shifts here. 6:15 to go here to play in the third period of play. Blue Jackets 6, Proctor Rails 2. Tomorrow afternoon we have a high school hockey on Up North Hockey. Hibbing Chisholm hosting the North Shore Storm. That is a 3:30 p.m. game. So mark your calendar or set your alarms or whatever you want to do for that one. It's an odd time for a varsity game, but 3:30 on Tuesday afternoon, little matinee action between the North Shore Storm playing right here at Hibbing Memorial Arena against the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. We'll probably be on about 3:15. There is no JV game tomorrow for that game for Hibbing Chisholm versus North Shore. So 3:30, the start time of that game tomorrow afternoon. Blake Mortensen will be over to join me for that one, so that'll be a fun afternoon here. And Proctor Rails moving it back in with Austin Moores, picked up by Nathan Rude. Broden Fawcett out on the ice for the Blue Jackets now. Peyton Taylor is picked up by Trevor Lehman. Lehman gets it to Michael Galley. And in. Offside. So on Thursday, we have a big game here Thursday night. Jay Hildenbrand and I will bring you that game on Thursday night. Hibbing Chisholm hosting the big one versus Virginia Mountain Iron Buell. That on Thursday night. We'll have varsity JV at 5 o'clock, varsity at 7 o'clock. And then don't forget this weekend we have youth hockey. This week we have the District 12 PWA tournament from the Hibbing Memorial Arena starting on Saturday. First game is at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Yeah, that Virginia Hibbing game should be pretty good.
Back out front as a chance for the Rails, trying to get something going late here, trailing by 4. Yeah, that's going to be a big game. It's an important game because it's going to weigh heavily into the playoff seeding. So it's a big game for either team to get a victory. Potentially right now, it could be the 4 or 5. Hibbing Chisholm could be the battle between the 4 or 5 seed. But now with Greenway losing, or with Evelyn losing tonight to Greenway, I don't know, that could throw a little bit of a monkey wrench into the situation there too. As Blake Freider going over to Bo Freider. As Evelyn looked like they were in the driver's seat to get the 3 seed, but I am not sure anymore. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. So we'll have to wait and see, but certainly that game Thursday is a huge game for the Blue Jackets and the Blue Devils. This is Casey Kemp. Will dump it back in the corner. And now Cabina with a drive right on net. And Johnson knocks it back in the corner. Got 3:49 to play here in our third period. Moving it ahead to Keenan Riles. Riles trying to make a play around Sandmore. Picked up by Casey Kemp. No. Casey Kemp crossing. And back into the Rails end. Casey Kemp trying to make a move, and Rails will move it out and moved it by Pavlovich. Pavlovich working over to number 26. That is, I don't have 26 on my roster. 26 is Grant Haugen for the Proctor Rails. Yeah, Blue Jackets look good here tonight, Benny.
Yeah, they've had a strong night on the power play and penalty kill, I thought. And their even strength game hasn't been horrible as well.
Lund moving it back in here for the Blue Jackets. Lund will hit a backhander. Johnson is going to hold on to this one in the corner. Well, you guys have to be excited about hosting the district tournament coming up this weekend.
Yeah, should be fun. Hopefully make it out of there and move on to regions.
Yeah, regions not too far away, held over over at the Virginia Miners Memorial, so a close travel for the region tournament, and moved out by the Rails. And Nathan Root sends it up to Connor Willard. Willard moving it back in. Willard dumps it back in the corner, picked up by Ethan Lund. Lund now with it, whirling around. Lund to get it to Connor Willard. Lost it off the front of his stick, and Ethan Carlson moves it out here for the Rails. Picked up by Trevor Lehman. Lehman going over to Rude and dumped in by Allison. Allison moving it back in. Allison over to Connor Willard. He pulled the trigger, and big save for Sam Johnson. Connor Willard sent a nice shot into the goaltender Amendola. Back over to Pavlovich. Knocked back in the corner by Boyer. Now it comes out as Johnson brings it. Nathan Johnson brings it in. Blue Jackets. And shot wide of the net by Ethan Lund. Johnson trying to send it back in the corner. Peyton Taylor in there for the Blue Jackets. Taylor puts it one right out front for Broden Fawcett. And just very close on that one. Fawcett trying to get Peyton Taylor with another drive right on. Big save for Sam Johnson. Nice low shot by Peyton Taylor. And now this is picked up by Tristan Babbage. We got a minute 19 to go here in our third period of play. Babbage moving it across as picked up by Peyton Taylor. Taylor going back in the corner. Taylor has Galley out front, and Proctor Rails able to come out with it with Keenan Riles. Riles going on. Riles with a shot just over the top of that. I believe Boyer got a piece of that. Taylor moving it back in. Taylor trying to go in, and the Rails will try to get it out here. It's back in the corner, Fawcett. Fawcett trying to set up for Taylor. Taylor with a drive on and a save by Sam Johnson. Peyton Taylor getting a couple chances here in this third period late.
Yeah, a few good chances by him, and Fawcett has had a few chances as well.
And this is over at center ice, brought in by the Proctor Rails. Frank Amendola. And now it's comes out to center. Keegan Fink And now taken by Frank Andola, but picked up by Broden Fawcett. Fawcett over to Keegan Fink. Fink sends a shot on net. Deflected behind the net. 7 seconds to go here in our third period of play. Johnson sends it back behind the net, and that's going to do it here for our game. Blue Jackets are going to get the 6-2 victory. And in that third period, the 2 goals scored by the Blue Jackets. The 5th goal for the Blue Jackets coming at 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Connor Willard from Blake Freider. First assist going to number 18, Trevor Lehman. And then the Blue Jackets make it 6-2 from Keegan Fink. First assist to Peyton Taylor. Second assist for number 2, Nathan Johnson. And then the Rails end to add one late. A shorthanded goal from Connor Pavlovich. First assist to number 15, Ethan Carlson. And the second assist on that Proctor goal was credited to number 1, Sam Johnson, the goaltender. And that goal coming at 8:41. So, yeah, all in all, a very strong night here for Hibbing Chisholm, I thought, here tonight, Benny.
Yeah, they played a very well played game, I thought. Had some good chances, capitalized on 6 of them, and just overall had a good defensive game as well.
So, Benny, thanks for helping us out with color commentary here in the second and third period. So, for Jay Hildebrand and Benny Gelly, I'm Randy Catron saying good night from the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Final score tonight, Hibbing Chisholm 6 and the Proctor Rails 2. Don't forget, we will have varsity action tomorrow afternoon from the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Hibbing Chisholm and the North Shore Storm. Game time is at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We'll be on the air probably about 3:15. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Be safe, everyone, and have a good night tonight.